Do I have to? Come on, man. Come on. All right. I'm definitely just curious if how right or wrong I am on my guesses. That's really what this comes down to. What's going on, guys? I really want to see how right or wrong we are. So we're gonna start off. The update comes out in the second, August 2nd, which is a day after my birthday, right? So maybe I should preserve some birthday luck, right, for that. And you know, it already is. They're gonna give us 2 records. What's the point of 2 records, bro? Just give a. I've said this multiple times. Just throw the horse at us, you know. It's imaginary stuff. Why 2? It just doesn't make sense. If you're gonna give out compensation for maintenance or whatever, give us a temple. It really doesn't. Like this doesn't even this is technically 1 pull and then the other one, and for every and 100 next skills will compensate for every hour delayed. People are gonna be like, keep messing up, baby. Come on, baby, mess it up. Anyway, so they do have a description on the characters, so let's see what this is. So let me roll. Okay, you have a long description. Now, Ching Ju Li is the 5-star shimmer, right? So this is the one that I said might have some weird. What did I say? Something like he might have something to do with causing more like health decrease or something like that to give units like Ahmed more reason, right? So let's see what he does. I already feel like I'm wrong. There's so much text here. Is a fighter who becomes stronger the more damage he takes. Okay, so you know what? That is Berserker. I think he said he was a Berserker. That is a Berserker style of thing, right? So let's see. His first ability, Sky Smash, consumes a certain amount of HP, damage the enemy based on attack. The lower his HP percentage, the higher the damage. I feel like, isn't it Taylor too? Which is Hercules in this game? Isn't that the same thing? Demon Reborn is his passive ability in normal mode. He takes a certain percentage of damage for an ally when they suffer single target damage. That's pretty good. Based on the percentage of his HP loss, he increases his base speed, base attack, and base defense. So just in general, so normal mode, I guess. So he's taking damage for any ally that's taking single target damage. That's pretty good. There is a decent amount of AoE in the game, but it does stop stuff. I wonder how this works with characters like Chloe, who hit, stuff like that. But it does say single target damage. So same thing with the stealth mechanic. I feel like there's a way to mitigate or get around that. But if not, then that would just be pretty good. If it stops stuff like Chloe, like that hits multiple targets one at a time, or the other card, the Archer, if he starts stuff like that, like that would be really good for him because he would take each individual hit and get stronger off it, basically. In demon mode, increases base speed, base attack, and base defense by a certain percentage. When taking lethal damage, he does not die and enters demon mode. Okay, why did they should have flipped those sentences, because it's like in demon mode this happens, but now they tell you how to get in demon mode. Now when he is in demon mode, removes all buffs and debuffs from himself, restores HP based on his max HP, also gains standoff. So he gains HP anyway, so he heals himself regardless. He removes all the debuffs. Oh, they should specify. It should say removes all debuffs and debuffs from himself, then restores. Because then technically, let's say if he has disease, it almost makes it seem like he would get screwed over, like he wouldn't heal, something like that. He also gains standoff anyway, so that's a whole thing. So also, what's really cool about this so far is that you know, if you have a character, so it's almost the opposite of what I assumed, is that like HP, lowering his max HP would actually hinder this demon mode, so it actually makes it pretty strong against them. You'd want to run that if you had it. So demon mode is undispellable, makes sense. Immune to debuffs, can't debuff him, so he becomes Hades. Hey, look at that. Can't cast abilities or counterattack. Randomly attacks one enemy every turn. Every turn? They most likely his turn. But I would love it that if it was actually every turn. At the end, what is it, the start, randomly start every turn. They're terrible with this, by the way. They don't ever specify every turn, every of this character's turn, or every turn that actually happens. If it's every turn that actually happens, that'd be hilarious, because that would really be insane, and that would be the first time I've ever seen that in the game. But I'm assuming it's every one of his turn he just attacks with his attack and ignores defense, full ignore defense. Before attacking, dispels all buffs from the target. When this mode expires, transfers back to original mode. Now, what we would need to see there is if that runs out. Is there a cooldown to it? Because he takes lethal damage, right? I'm assuming it doesn't say so far that it can only happen once per battle. What if he does that? It goes on a cool, like I said, when it runs out, when the mode expires, he transforms back to original mode, so he goes back to what he normally was. It seems that this might have a cooldown, you'd have to kill him pretty much twice, which isn't like necessarily hard. He just has standoff, If you can remove this, which there's a lot of buff removal in the game, you remove this and then you can kill him again depending on how much HP he restored. Doesn't seem too crazy. It's a decent skill, but it doesn't seem too crazy. Then Ascension is on his passive, so that's why this move is so long. I'm looking for the third. Hello? Come on, guys. You can, like, unless it's an actual word. Unless it's I'm gonna see. Is that an actual word? By the gods, it's an actual word. Thridded, also thridded, Tridden. What? Verb, woodpeckers, thrid so it's an actual verb. Like we all thrid all the way among shore. I guess I was about to say at least put your thing through a spell checker, but I guess that's a word. Oh, your spell check might get you sometimes. Obviously, they mean third here. Anyway, the passive. I'm trying to see what the difference of the passive. There it is. So this is the difference right here. So he also heals himself when he's in demon mode based on the damage that he does. I think that's the only thing that is different from just quick reading it. So in his third ability, Earth Shatter consumes a certain amount of HP, deals damage to all enemies based on attack. The lower his HP, the higher the damage is, and then he taunts them, which is insanely messed up because though he can't cast abilities in demon mode, if you kill him while he's in there, all those targets will taunt him. He'll die. He'll get standoff. Can't counterattack when he's in demon mode, like it says, but at least he'll take all the damages, right? So interesting unit. I think that definitely not a must-have, but definitely interesting. I only say must-have as like super broken if literally only if he attacks every single turn. If he attacks every turn, then I would say, okay, this is good. They also didn't tell us how long the demon mode lasts for. It's not like if he attacks every person, then it should last one turn. That means if you have really fast characters, it will bite you. There was a unit like this in Summoner's War. I forgot, it was the light colored lich that he healed. He sucked your HP. It was really cool unit. If you guys never seen it, sucks your HP every time you end your turn. The enemy end their turn. So if you have any unit that takes multiple turns, he just keeps sucking HP over and over and over and over again. And then when he reached a certain HP threshold, he would become immune. He would become invincible. It was insane. It's an insane unit. It was a 4-star, I think, 4-star light and dark unit. It was awesome. It was a cool, awesome unit that if you had it, you had some fun. It was definitely unique. I really wanted to show you guys this. If you've never seen this, I'm so happy he has a video. Hellfist, the light lich. I'm so happy he actually has a video. I just wanted to show this just because it's just really interesting to see how this unit works, and I would love if he works similar to this. Just watch how stupid this is. I'm gonna disappear. Give the man YD some love.
Oh no.
Watch this.
Oh no.
So once the unit gets to a certain threshold, it gains immunity and starts sucking HP.
Oh.
And then you look at it.
This is bad. This is bad news.
For one turn, but it keeps recycling.
Okay.
Suck.
Just gonna keep doing it to Duel.
Look at that.
He's just killing himself every time.
And then once he gets up on HP, once the character gets up on HP, then it goes away, but it keeps cycling itself back and forth. Now that's a true every turn, every time the enemy takes a turn. It's actually nuts. Like you just end up killing yourself. It's so stupid.
Oh no.
See, look, and then it just triggered again, right? So now it triggers again, and now every time they take a turn, well, it's actually bad timing because it's his turn.
What? Oh no.
Now here we go.
Eh?
Can't take any damage. Sucks.
Did he see violent himself to death? Did he see? He has no health left.
Insane. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show. Pretty insane unit. And that's usually what I'm looking for in games like this. Just units that do something unique. This doesn't seem crazy unless, like I said, unless he attacks every turn. Outside of that, he just has a revive, instant revive or a death prevention, similar to Ali. Just that he does different things when he's in that form. But it is still strong. Just that not something that I would like. I really hope this pops out of my shimmer. I feel like Unis and some of the other ones are a little bit still better. So let's see, Butterfly Girl. Butterfly girl. Look how short Butterfly Girl is. Like this is how it's supposed to be, all right? So we got Ophelia. She's also a fighter capable of inflicting debuffs and performing pursuit attacks. So I thought, let's say, single target because she's a Assassin Reaper, but I also think she has a Scythe, I think I said. So having a Scythe may make her stuff AoE. So first ability, Elegant Strike, attacks the enemy based on attack, inflicts bleed. So if you see bleed, she's supposed to be high attack, similar to the White Tiger, right? Second ability, Heartless Reaper, attacks one enemy based on attack. Each buff on the caster and each debuff on the enemy increases the damage. So a little bit of Chloe, a little bit of Feetsies. I feel like saying Feetsies' wife, watch too much FG 3000. Of the Shekmet, I think is her name. Based on a certain percentage. I wonder if it's split, because before for the check they nerfed it that it based on how many debuffs it can only do a certain amount. Now is it both buff and or is it like both like 5 and 5, or is it like 10 no matter what it is? Or I'm interested in like how they do that. The bonus damage has an upper limit. Yeah, of course it does. The caster restores HP based on the damage dealt, gaining an extra turn after killing a target. That's her second skill. That's pretty good. So she is single target nuke in the face. All right. So we have the second 3 Butterfly Dreams, attack one enemy. Based on attack, based on the total number of own buffs and enemy debuffs. Cast Elegant Strike, which is her S1, to perform several pursuit attacks. If the enemy dies during the pursuit attack, continues to attack another enemy. The number of pursuit attacks has an upper limit. Pursuit damage on the same target gradually weakens with each hit. Now, this is similar to the monkey. I wonder if it's random, because it just says based on the total number of the, yeah, okay, so that's where it is. So based on the total number of own debuffs, it's not random. It's based on how many buffs and debuffs that she has. Now, we also can see so far, sorry, we also can see so far, she doesn't have a buff of her own, right? So she, at least if you want to go the buff route, you have to have other people give her buffs. That's just right off the bat, right? And she doesn't have a debuff outside of bleed, which she can stack with her S1, right? And it also stacks upon each other, but I'm assuming that the third ability checks for debuffs when it first hits, because if she does the Butterfly Dreams, right, then if Pursuit follows up with the Elegant Strike, which will lead a bleed, I don't know if it like keeps going there, but it has an upper limit anyway, right? And if it keep attacking the same target, it gets weaker and weaker. Then you can ascend this character, this ability, and its pursuit attacks inflict defense down on the first hit of each new target, which is phenomenal. So that aspect is pretty cool. I think that is awesome. I think that she's pretty cool. I just said that twice, but I like that. You know, keep attacking. Like she's very single target base, and with the ability to do defense down, and once you can S3, possibly kill off a target, leave another target very strongly hurt, and then S2 and gain a bonus turn if they do die. So you have a nice little combo thing in there, and also other units doing a bunch of nonsense with debuffs will help, or if you want to go the buff route. I find the buff route probably makes more sense, because we normally in our team comps run at least 2 to 3 buffs anyway. It just depends on what the upper limit is. Are we trying to get 10 attacks off or something like that? We'll have to see there. So next up is Avila. Now this one, so far I said she might be a single target attacker, so I don't feel like I was wrong. I feel like I'm half right out there. I was completely wrong on the Berserker guy. I completely forgot he said Berserker, which is always about HP, lower HP to get like crazy. Now this one I said she would have a revive and potentially a random buff. Her S3 would be a random buff. Let's see how we're doing here. So Alice is a powerful support Esper capable of extending the duration of ally buffs. I feel like I felt that was gonna be a thing, because it did say up. I don't know if I said it though. I think I may have just kept that to myself. First thing, deals damage based on it, has a chance to call one ally in to assist. I like that. So she has a automatic assist, she already has a assist up, which is great, especially with characters like Zora, who was just released. So you can randomly have characters that have very strong, if you have Alice, you would also want to add in characters that have very strong S1 abilities, like the one we just talked about up here, Miss Thanthanos over here. She'll start putting bleeds when it's not her turn, and then depending on the speed of this character, you know, you can have some pretty cool follow-ups. And then you also have characters, feel like, what is it, the guy, the Blood Painter, he gives a character, I think on his S1, he gives someone else a heal, which is pretty cool. And you know, bunch of awesome things that could be done with that. Also, my man, the book, Mimir, also attacked a unit. Hopefully he comes with you, and then you stun a unit. So really, really strong. My girl, Netherbloom, also really good to compare with a unit with this. 4-star shipper doesn't mean you're gonna get it, but I'm just saying. Passive ability grants attack up to buff allies at the start of Alice's turn. So it's a nice little buff thing we got going on here. So I was definitely wrong on that. And then of course we see S3 here. Crystal Shards extends buff durations for all allies, grants them attack. It grants them crit up. And then extends buff duration for allies, grants them crit up and speed up. Now, if they did it, that doesn't tell us how long these turns are. I'm assuming it's one turn. I would hope that this happens first and then you extend the buffs. Pretty decent though. I feel like not too crazy. I like the S1 more than anything. But her passive ability, I'm assuming on, you know what, see look, at the start of Alice's turn, right? At the start of Alice's turn, meanwhile, the paragraphs, the 10 commandments that you have here, when it says he just starts attacking, it does say every turn. So I actually might think that he might attack every turn. And it also, does it say every enemy turn? Randomly attacks one enemy every turn. So like, let's say his demon mode is one turn, but you run characters that have bonus turns. Him and Freya would be stupid. Like Freya's S1 has the ability to give her an extra turn. You have other characters that have bonus turn mechanics built into their kit. So it would just kind of be nuts to have a guy doing in demon mode and then he just starts picking people off over and over and over again. I think that if he goes every turn, then like I said, he'll be up there. He really would be. New features, relic reset feature. Players can enter this panel from the relic enhancement. Players can consume reset stones to reset a relic secondary attributes. Can only reset a relic with 4 secondary attributes. So this is only for like your really good gear. When resetting a boosted relic, each secondary attribute's enhancement times will be randomly allocated based on the total times it has been enhanced. AKA, if you do a maxed out, you already blew it out to the water, it's gonna do that same amount of times. It's just gonna re-roll the runes for you. So that's pretty good. That's also really good in comparison, in conjunction with the Desolate Land stuff. So that's pretty good. VR Battlegrounds. This mode unlocks at squad level 15. Why do I feel like my squad's nowhere near that? That's the thing. Players can practice with already owned espers in VR Battlegrounds. They can adjust enemies' levels based on their needs. The base level is 20. When raising enemy levels, their strengths and stats will be changed. When deploying an own esper, players can adjust their stats and settings. Relic boosts are fixed, inheriting the player's own relic effects. The owned espers will have their abilities, ascension phases, and everything maxed out. What is this for, though? What do you do? Why are we doing this? Like, it sounds like you're just playing against other people's espers to like test things out, I guess. Is this just like content creators? I don't know, like keep spamming the S3 until I get the S3, or I mean there is value to it, right? So if you like it sucks that you have to own the esper, but like it'd be cool if you could manipulate certain situations to see how a character works. Like let's say if I wanted to take that character, the Berserk guy, and see how he works, I could bring him into this VR thing. Is that what I don't think it's not like you're fighting against players can practice. It's just practice. They can adjust the levels. You can do stuff like that. When deploying an own esper, yeah, already owned. So I don't. Original stats: user players with current levels and ascension phases. The battle report will shown after the battle. Players can easily check each esper's performance there. Yeah. Union Academy unlocked for level 16 players. That's most of us. Founded to help new espers quickly grasp combat skills. Complete course. Oh, okay. That's like some. I don't know how to read thing. Added quick equip and unequip for relics. I thought we already had something like this. Players can quickly from the relic panel. When Esper has no relics equipped, players can quickly equip 2 set relics and 4 set. Oh, okay. I gotcha. So instead of be like kind of like going through each thing, it will just instantly. I want a attack set and a counter set. Boom, it just puts it on. Okay. Added a new filter and Esper that allows. Is that for my video? You know, you always feel like it's from your video, but I did do a video and I said, you know how it's really crappy that I can't filter the units when I wanted to like do a video on the guide. I wanted to do a guide. I just wanted to filter units of a certain element to say that, well, and then like look through each element for the Dislyte land. So I could say, oh, these are the good units, and I couldn't do it. So I had to do it on a notepad. So that's funny that they're changing that. Tactics exams, who gives a crap? Skin Drew added R pass that yields R coins when completing daily tasks and community. Use R coins to obtain relic essences. Okay. Oh, we're only like halfway through. This is a long one. They're keeping the pity the same, so it seems like they're kind of happy with this number, the 450. As you know, the 120 that still resets gross. It's gross. They should change that. I really wish that they changed that. Esper feud, outdoor competition, reality show, hell. Shut up. Who cares? Live contains 3 arenas that unlock 3 things. Fight stuff, get rewards. Okay. Relic customizations, players can customize 2 flawless runes in it. Oh, this just sounds like the same thing from before. Like the other thing that they had. More songs, graphics. Added a boss mode to the DJ? Okay. Now scoring with music notes grants energy to attack the unknown contaminant in the DJ world. Beating it down to different HP thresholds will grant score bonuses. Added a track. I gotta test that out. That I'm hype about. How about us participants have been increase? It's better for us not to have people. We win more battles by having less people fight instead of having 30 people that aren't doing anything. I guess maybe that's for the big boys. The big boys can mess around with that. Plus weekly ranking rewards, offensive stuff, cool stuff, blah blah blah. Clear weekly multiplier is determined by the lowest number of participants among the 3 matches. Okay, I am assuming that's going up. Cool. Relic changes. Player's Astral Witch set has now been changed to Divine Blessing set, and it's what the hell is Divine Blessing? No. They added. Why would you do that? No. Let me reread this. Wait a minute. Player's Astral Witchcraft set has now been changed to Divine Blessing set, and its relic icon has also changed. Relics and boost stones for Divine Blessing set won't drop anymore. Is Divine Blessing an actual thing in the game? Anyway, added a Astral Witchcraft set. Set bonus grants 20% chance of taking another action at the end of the wearer's turn. The reason why this is a setting is because that's what the Violent Runes in Summoner's War was. It became a problem. It was one of the most annoying things that ever come across. It adds way too much RNG into the game. It doesn't have a limit, so it's not like you do once per turn. You could technically Violet multiple times in a row, and when you bring it on a unit that has bonus turn stuff, as I was saying before, like Freya, you end up taking ridiculous, like Freya has to use her S1 to get a bonus turn, right? So she can bonus turn into another bonus turn, then use a skill and then get a bonus turn and then do that. Then you can even have wacky stuff like Gabby going S3 into S2. It kind of made everything like, because the difference of like the other set where it's like you have a 30-20% chance to lower your cooldown, that's cool. You don't get to go again. But the ability to do damage or do another skill while also technically reloading your skill cooldowns is crazy. It's almost as if, like, especially like Unky Chai, if he does that, you know, he can go S3 into like S1 into S3 and it's infinite. That's the problem with it, is that it's infinite. Set drop changes. In the Ritual Miracle, the Astral Witchcraft set will drop from Fafnir instance. Oh, so it changed. Yeah, they're making it, while the Snow Doll Singer set will now drop in Chronos instant instead of the Fafnir instance. So now they're changing where it is to make people want to go Fafnir to get Violet Runes. That's what they're called. In Distant Lands, the Astral Witchcraft boost set will now drop from the Shadow Stream instance, while the Snow will, yeah, they're just switching it. Snow Dagger set bonuses changes, grants a 20% chance. Blah blah blah. So they're just bringing it up to 25% chance when you do. So it's a 20. It's making they're increasing RNG. I'm not gonna lie, that really pisses me off. It has been proven it has been proven, that the violet runes just ruin and just like are so annoying. Look at it. Watch this. I mean, it's a blurry video, but look at this. Look at that. Coming back from the brink. Now, yes, I'm very aware that this is only going to be an issue technically in PvP. In PvE, obviously, it's going to work in your favor, but I find that it's just why additional turn. Like, some of these characters have additional turns built into their kit, but look at this. Look at that. How many turns is that? Oh my God. Oh, it's still going. Now, if you're ever curious of why that happens, is because, let me just pause this. This guy is worst violent proc. The reason why that happens specifically is just simply for the fact that when a character has an additional turn mechanic in their own thing, it resets. Like they say, like it goes 20, whatever, then it goes lower each time. But if you actually have a natural additional turn, then it like resets. That's why you can go multiple times in a row. So it's so annoying. Literally became the only set the majority of units would have on. Like you had maybe the speed set, and then you just had violet. Either you were trying to go first, or if you had good enough violet runes to go first, you would do that. This is problematic, honestly. Now, is it worth dropping the game? Not necessarily, but just be aware that there will be a lot of grief coming into the game. A lot of grief, and it's going to be specifically from people getting screwed out or losing a match when a Chloe or something's dumb's gonna happen. That's what RNG of that caliber does. Something stupid happens, and then you're just pissed. You're just pissed because you just lose, unless it happens in your favor. And you're like, well, this isn't that bad. But we all know, and even if you don't know, you're always gonna feel jaded when it happens to you, because you're gonna assume that the AI has a boosted chance. It's not more than 20%. If you don't believe me, watch my boy YDCB. Watch his videos in Summoner's War when he does play, and then sometimes it just looks unfair. It just looks unfair when you're going against someone and they get a couple violet procs. It's not good. It's not good for the game. It's no reason for. I would rally against this. There's no reason for you to put this in the game. It does not need it. It does not need that level of RNG. It doesn't. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. So Fafnir insists they're making it a little bit weaker. HP has been lowered. Treasure damage mitigation ratio has been lowered, so they're making it easier to do. Reduces damage taken, blah blah blah. Now in the third wave, has an instant action point boost will take effect. Online union shops item changes. Cool. I don't even care. Oh, interesting. That's actually this is good for early players that don't know any better. Oh God, when players need to clear monsters, now lead them. That's what's so stupid. It used to piss me off so bad. I would always avoid these because they would always make me go to easy, then I have to change it back to harder purgatory. Oh, just annoying. Just annoying. Automatic battle off when player loses more accurate tips for improving strength. There's no way you'll make that accurate. Change the ability casting order in auto battle. She now has a greater chance to casting a greater chance. I think, well, most of the time, from what I saw her, she like kind of S2s a lot. She S2s and then she S3s. She S2s to get a speed buff. Honestly, just look at Artery Gear. Give us the option. I don't even use it that often in Artery Gear, to be completely honest with you. But it's a really good feature to allow me to choose how my unit works. They have something in there similarly, but just instead of adding more RNG to the fucking game, why don't you give me more choices of what I want to happen? Like, Jesus Lord. The daily reward of the black gold monthly card is whatever. Distant lands, yeah, whatever. Tever? Oh, that's the other guy. Okay, no one uses this character. Who cares? There's a lot of changes. This guy's probably nice for all three people that have him. You know, he's a shimmer. It's just like the Berserker guy. He's a 5-star shimmer. Like, good luck with that. Lewis Aries. Range avatar. Attacks one enemy 3 times. What did they do? Oh, this is a nerf. A little bit of nerf to Ares. Wait, that's the character I have. What the I just got this character. What are you nerfing him for? What the heck? Loki. What did they do to Loki? Blah, blah, blah. 100% chance. Fantastic. So, easier to dispel buffs, which is great. You know, there's been a lot of buffs coming through multiple characters, so I appreciate that. Kara, she definitely needs some love. She's just a little too basic. So higher chance to inflict disease, which allows her to block buffs, making her better in certain instances. Great. Her poison thing, if the target is already poisoned, increase poison duration. Attack, poison target for 2 turns. Upon successfully poisoning, inflicts poison for another 1 turn. Can only be triggered once on each target per turn. That seems like a nerf to me, but I'm not reading into too much. And that is it. And then yeah, they changed that character that nobody uses. What is this? More damage? Oh, okay. Little says seer for 2 turns. There we go. I'm about to say, what the hell was the difference? Anyway, I think most of the stuff was good until I read that change, man. That they're changing because honestly, the witchcraft set was weird. It was awkward, but that's not the way that you change it. It was supposed to be a counter to you getting CC'd and stuff like that, and then you had someone getting a turn quicker. It was just weird. It was awkward, but this is not that is not the resolve, man. That is not it, man. It is, oh my. Best thing that they could do is to change it that it only happens once per turn. That it can only be triggered once, right? That's the only thing that you can have it, that it says specifically 20% chance to take another action. This can only be triggered once per turn on that wearer or something like that. You have to do it. It has been proven to be a menace of a thing in Summoner's War. Proven time and time again. Anywho, what do you guys think? Do you guys think, well, this is gonna be so much fun? This is gonna be great. Makes me want to do a video on it because it was so iconic of a rune set. It was so iconic of how disruptive and annoying that it is. The fact is to see it here, it just is like, what? Anyway, I'm out. I gotta go. I can't. I don't want to keep talking negatively.